We got the response from the State Department confirming that the Afrikaners, white Afrikaners who have applied will go to the United States of America. They are processing those applications. But when you look...
Well, to be honest with you, how do you test an Afrikaner? I've got an English name and an English surname, but I know if we start conversing in Afrikaans, you will hear that I'm a native speaker. I grew up Afrikaans, went to an Afrikaans primary school, high school. I'm a product of the Rand Afrikaans University. So, you know, how are we fully going to define that? I don't know if they're all Afrikaans.
And of course, we hear about the whole issue of the stem in our national anthem. My dear honorable souls, you understand nothing. I'm sitting in front of you today as someone who was detained as a member of the liberation struggle, who was tortured, who together with my then wife was forced during that torture to sing the stem. But today you think it is a great idea.
So it's very difficult when you deal with the current President Trump's administration, because the first point of call was the embassy here, and the embassy directed me to the State Department. The State Department, I must say, I think Elon Musk is doing a good job. They're quite efficient, and they responded quickly to SABC, confirming that process. But we still have to hear from the man himself, the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. And it will be interesting to see where will these white Afrikaners settle in the United States of America, because when you look at the UN, as I pointed out, when you are a refugee, at most we are confined in...
And crucially, local proxies in politics. And the face of their local project, it began with none other than the DA. Heavily funded by global donors and corporate elites, the DA was promoted as a new non-racial alternative. But after years of media coverage and billion-rand campaigns, it hit a ceiling, 17%. That's when global white capital shifted its strategy. Don't fight the ANC, infiltrate it. They didn't need a revolution. They needed a representative. And so they found one in Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa. Let's ask
collective dignity. The rise and re-election of a white supremacist, Donald Trump, as the president of the United States has emboldened white nationalist and racist movements such as AfriForum, Solidarity Movement, and many others to commit treasonous acts of economic sabotage that threaten the lives of many South Africans. These racist organizations have an entanglement with the supremacist ideology of the Afrikaner Broederbond, which was an ultra-secret right-wing white racist organization that ran the affairs of the apartheid state and acted as its lifeblood and brain. House Chairperson.
Recently, I see there's a lot of information that confirms that all of this looting is also exacerbated by the appointment of illegal or legal foreigners, for that matter. There are certain positions that whether a foreigner is legal in a country or not, they may not be in such a position, such as security, I think certain treasury positions, all the sections of government that are excessively sensitive and that can put the country at risk from a security point of view or fiscal management point of view. We have a whole host of people in the SAPS, in the NPA, in the courts, in basically across the board in government, very, very senior people appointed into positions in government who are illegal foreigners, who have fraudulent, identity documents, who are foreigners also, even if they are legal, but they should not be in such a position, because naturally, if I'm a foreigner in a country, how patriotic am I going to be really?
You could argue that two ways, because in many cases, the foreigner ends up being more patriotic than the person that's born there.